going on, guys? My name is GeekyCam. Welcome back to another Minecraft video, and today we're beginning a long series that is going to be Minecraft building, somewhat out like exteriors, but mostly interior building, and I really like interior building, so it always bugs me when people don't decorate the inside of their buildings. Decorate the inside of your buildings, people. Here are some tips. So, this is the first video, and this is on sinks in Minecraft. And these are the 7 sinks designs I've come up with. Feel free to mix and match. Some of these ideas are good. Some of them, maybe not the best. Okay, moving on. Feel free to take any of these and, leave the ones you don't like and mix them together. They don't all work together. So this is a basic sink. This is what you see a lot, especially in my early builds and in most people's builds. You'll see this basic sink, and it's nice. Like, little tip here, if you use a water bucket to put the water in to the cauldron to make it look more like a sink, I'd recommend just using a regular bottle, and then when you pop the water in, like thus, if you want it to be a little less full, because that's pretty full, like in here, just do that until you get it down to your liking. Yeah. So, okay, that is our first sink design. Moving on. Okay, this is the one. So, this has a theme that you're going to see a lot in the sinks, and that is the use of the trap doors, because let's look at it this way. You're going to probably want to use something like a composter or a cauldron as your block, because it just looks very sink-like. But when you put it with granite or any other block that could make a good countertop, it just kind of starts to fall apart because you got the metal cauldron and that. So what I recommend is, and I especially like the birch, is to put trapdoors around it, because that way it looks like you have these cabinets, I mean, if you have the back exposed, you could do it on the back as well. Looks like you have these nice cabinets, and that's why I really like using the birch for it, because that really looks like cabinets. So that is one of my big tips for building with the with this stuff. This one's a more natural one, so I use the composter, very woody tones, and nice little flower pot. And there are basically 2 types of faucets that are really the best things, and that's the tripwire hook and the lever. So I use the lever and the tripwire hook. Also, if you need a good soap dispenser, with like you see in restaurants and at public places, this is a potion of leaping, and I would recommend putting it in an item frame, turning it upside down. It looks really good like that. So, okay, moving on to our next design. Now, I don't know, I just kind of added this as a decoration and the lamp here, and I really like the way the birch goes, but I don't know, maybe it's just that this is busy. Maybe like it would look better without the zombie head or the lamp. I don't know, but at any rate, I don't know. The bell, it kind of looks like a faucet. Might work better in like a bathtub or something. But anyway, this sort of smooth sandstone with this kind of works as the birch trapdoors works as like a classic cheapo countertop, like I have in my house. Anyway, moving on. This is what you see in like a warehouse or place where no one really bothered decorating, or really old sinks back before they put vanities on them. And this is just a hopper, redstone component, and works really well because, as you can see, the way you have to get the nozzle thingy pointing just right, but if you do, it looks really good. And then just use of the lever there. This one it's like the methods of drying your hand demonstration. Got the basic faucet countertop with granite and stuff. Use jungle trapdoors this time. And then there's this. And that is a towel rack. So as you can see, I used a barrel back there, and you're going to have to do it from above so that the black things run the right way, but it kind of, with the carpets, it looks like it's resting on a little shelf or something like that because of the black rings. And then this really isn't a good color, but it's the closest I could find to like a black hair dryer. You could use quartz too, or some other white stair, but I just didn't want it to clash with the quartz floor. So something like that, not hair dryer, hand dryer. And then this one, I really, really like the new beehive block from the 1.15 update. I really like using that as a countertop. It looks like sort of like butcher block set on top of a cabinet. I don't know. Maybe you don't think that, but I do think that. And then for the faucet here, we've got an item frame and a gray carpet, and it kind of looks like a faucet, I thought. And then, just an item frame. That's kind of a good way to do it too, even though it's not always the most convincing thing with the little like blue block. In this case, it's blue concrete powder. Now, this I absolutely love, and that is that campfire smoke will go through blocks. So if you want to simulate like hot water or anything being hot, that is one of my favorite tips, is just to have the smoke floating out. And so, yeah. And then we move on to the final sink. This one didn't turn out super well as far as the faucet and water is concerned. But now the nice thing about this is that I did the white carpet to kind of look like countertops or something. But then you have an actually functional cabinets. And this really works well with the barrels to hide the fact that this is a block, and even though it stands out, I think it works. Now, this is just a blue concrete powder block, and this is supposed to be the faucet. It's the new andesite wall from the 1.14 update. I don't know. It kind of works, but it might be a little too big for a faucet. I don't know. You comment, or I guess don't. But I'm sure you have an opinion. So just you know, whatever you think. But I mean, it works kind of. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, oops. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you really like this content and want to see more, and I'll see you all in the next video.